Changing over time, past, present, and future self involves looking critically at the way how that person worked in the past, evaluating the way how that person worked in the present, and considering what that person would like to change in the future. This can help to identify areas where that person can make improvements, such as setting better boundaries and taking regular breaks. Understanding ourselves is not just about knowing and understanding ourselves as a product of different life and factors of self, and its potential and limits can be more thoroughly understood by using a timer in glance which focuses in how the self evolves from being the self of the past and the present and the possible self in the future. There is now a growing interest in the future and an aspect of the concept of the self love. This primarily deals with motivational and social cognitive aspects of an individual's conceptualization of who she is and who she can be in the future. During my past physical self, I didn't know how to take care of myself and how to maintain a healthy body. For how many years, I have witnessed how my physical self has changed. I have become more caring for my body from child to a wonderful teenager. I encountered a lot of changes in my physical self, adolescence to adulthood, where everything you do should be good for your health in your physical self. Over the years, I do exercise and eat some healthy foods to maintain my physical self healthy. I started to eat more vegetables and my metabolism shifted. My physical self slowly changes as I grow older and older. During my past self, I developed a growth mindset. It before my mindset was negative until I grew up to develop the mindset. My thinking became more matured, not just thinking about what I was doing. If it was my past self, how that's what I would think. In my teenage self, my thinking became more matured until I reached adulthood, and little by little, I developed good thinking. During personal development, I learned how to change my mindset, developing strengths or talents, beating procrastination, learning to control anger, accepting what I cannot change, improving emotional intelligence, and I know myself better and I prioritize my goals. During my past self, as I used digital technologies, I admit that I haven't really used it properly, and I didn't think about what the consequences of my actions could be because I was tempted by posts that weren't good and I imitated them. Until my present self as a digital technology user, I became more intelligent in using them. I was more careful, but I still didn't set the boundary that I needed. I saw posts that were not good and I copied them again until I realized that it was not the solution to the problems. I set a goal that I will not repeat that in the future so that I can avoid those what may happen to me. I realized that you can set a limitation, not share with anyone to avoid negative comments. I was shaped in this technology world, but now I want to change myself for a better future that awaits me. Challenges I faced during my past and present self as my physical self changes. I encountered a lot of changes during puberty, and it was so hard. I couldn't handle my emotions in terms of depressing days. I also faced dark times during teenage life. I want to tell you this that during teenager life are going to face many challenges in life like lack of encouragement, support, or companionship from family and friends. As my physical self changes over the years, I thought that younger me is the most problematic stage, but I was wrong because during my present self, I faced a lot of challenges that I wouldn't forget, but I know that in the near future, I would also face different kinds of challenges that would be thrown for me. As I look to those people who's in an adulthood stage, I see myself in them. I realize that I grow older, I would be like them. I would like an adult who face so much fears, lack of confidence, lack of dignity because of their children. In the future, I know that challenges may occur anytime as we grow older and older, but we can overcome these challenges if we set boundaries that is being needed. Challenges I faced during my past and present self as I develop my personal self. As I enter adolescence, it extends over a significant part of my life. It is indeed a very challenging stage because it is between childhood and adulthood, wherein adolescents encounter a lot of challenges as I go deeper to the journey of life. These are the challenges that I encountered during my adolescence. As I grow older, I begin to be familiarized in sexuality and sexual relationship that results to the exploration. Even though there are factors that it can be considered as beneficial, still there are dangers that can be encountered when the control in exploration was lost. I also encountered challenges through academically. I get difficulty with my studies and the attitude that I have to embrace while studying. In dealing with the challenges academically, we should be very responsible to cope up with the changes in our school is giving. As an adolescent, I also have doubts to my strengths. I see my weakness more than my strength. In adolescent identity, I must see both good and bad, both strength and weakness, and both positive and negative. As I grow older, I know that I would face more challenges like having career choice, having stable work, and stable family. Here are the challenges I faced during past and present digital self changes. During lockdown, we are always focused on our cell phones. We no longer give time to eat at the right time. We are focused more on shaping our digital self, so we neglected our physical self. But as we grow older, we realized how to manage our time right. During childhood, I used to post funny posts, but now I come to realize that it's not funny. That's why I receive bad comments and bashing. As a teenager, I suffered depression, but I just went through the post. But I received hate comments and bad traits coming from those people who are still close to me. And in the future, I know that as we face many challenges digitally, we can overcome it. And I know that in the near future, we are coming to face more and more challenges digitally because we are now living in a technology world. Physical change, technological disruption, and economic environmental changes, which are likely to occur in the future, should also be taken into account when preparing for these challenges. How we can overcome them. We are confronted with a variety of challenges in physical, emotional, digital, and personal as we move into the future. I will be able to overcome this challenge by constantly studying and overcoming these obstacles with confidence. I'm going to make these obstacles disappear by learning from my past lessons. With an increased confidence and self-esteem, I've come here to prepare for my future. With this chapter closing, I embrace change in my physical, digital, and personal self in overcoming these challenges in the present and in the future. A life filled with challenges is the key to a successful future, and it teaches us to love ourselves more than others. These aspects of learning will help me overcome challenges that await me in the future as I embark on my next journey. Keep hope alive when you are facing the toughest conditions. This has been a challenging phase of life for all of us, but I declare victory to each and every one of us.